Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all the coolers, it's time. It's time to go home. We're finally back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home.
What an amazing news that I wake up to this morning. I had other plans today, but I just felt so good that I said, you know what? I was going to make a match reaction about this. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go live and I'm just going to do my full unedited, raw emotion about this game in particular. And we're so back, man. And I'm just telling you guys, and I'm not going to be here alone. I have Jonas and I have Wadia will also help me out here with this stream. But I'm also going to say, guys, I'm just going to say this: people do not understand what it's like not to have a home ground for the past 3 years, and we're finally back. And what is going on? I have my man here, Jonas. How are you, brother? How's it going, man? I'm just so excited. I got my victory shades on the stream for because we are back at the Camp Nou, man. I'm just too excited about this. This is so cool, man. How are you, bro?
Bro, listen, bro. I'm always blessed, happy, man. Me personally, I'm recovering from a sickness, so I'm happy, right? Back healthy. Then I see Yaun Garcia's coming back. Then I see oh, my bad. So listen, I was recovering from a sickness. Yaun Garcia's coming back. Pedri's coming back. Rafinha's coming back. Lamine Yamal had some rest. And now to top it all off, we're coming back to our home. The Camp Nou return against Athletic Bilbao of all people. Nico Williams and his company, bro. I can't wait. I'm very happy. And I'm more excited for that game on Sunday or Saturday, whenever it is.
It's on Saturday, but dude, I'm just so happy, and I'm just letting you guys know. As I was telling you, Jonas, Messi comes into this and blesses with the goats, and comes into the stadium and plants his feet on it. And all of a sudden, Barcelona is back at the Camp Nou. Barcelona has Pedri coming back, Rafinha's coming back, John Garcia's coming back, and all of a sudden, man, we have this game against pathetic club, and we've always hated this freaking club, and now we hate it more because of the whole Nico Williams situation. But guess what? Like you said, initially I said, you know what? I don't want to play this game. These guys don't deserve Barca, and not certainly don't deserve the opening at the Camp Nou. But then you said something very important. And what did you say when I said that? You said,
Yeah. Guys, by the way, bro, you know what I said? I said it will be best. You think I want to slap a team like Alaves at home? Nah. I want the guy who rejected us 2 years. Guys, I want the guy who rejected us 2 years in a loan, in 2 years in a row to know how it feels, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I want every single player to let go their frustration. Athletic Bilbao, we're coming back home, and this got to be the one, man. I think, honestly, it's a great for this game for me, in my opinion. I love it, man.
yeah, I don't know if Nico Williams will play. I think it would be just that much sweeter if he actually does play, which I don't think he will play. Is he still injured? Do you know? Because it'll be amazing if he's back, and then we can put 4 goals past these guys. It'll just be that much more, that much more amazing to me.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be healthy for the game. But regardless, listen, I do think it's a good venue. I mean, you could say the Nico saga, but also this club. It's not like it was only Nico. It was their president. It was a lot of people involved, right? So the Athletic Bilbao game, I think it's honestly, it's like Jan Laporta was cooking. He knew Valencia like at home as your first game. Real Sociedad. But Athletic Bilbao, it's like a spicier fixture a bit now, bro. I think it's gonna be great, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna share the screen here real quick because this is what the screen, right? Just so that people know the facts, right? So the red and blue sections in the picture are the areas that will be open to the fans on. Oh, this is actually a Sunday. Wait, the game is on Sunday. It's a Saturday, right?
Well, hold on. Let me just check on the spot. I
Let me
mean,
just check if the
I
game.
thought it was a Saturday, man.
I thought it
The
was.
game is on Saturday. It's on Saturday, 7:15 a.m. So maybe after this Saturday game, Sunday onward, it says.
Yeah, I don't know, but Barcelona will have the 45,000 seats available, right?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so.
There's a
That's what I've been
section
hearing.
in the picture are the areas where it will be open to the fans from Sunday onwards, 45,000 seats. As Barca have secured phase 1 and phase B approvals. So it says right here the yellow section will be closed for now. It will only open for Barca to obtain a phase 1C permit. Which will raise the capacity to 60,000. That approval is expected to come before the end of 2025. So by December, bro, by December, Barcelona can very well have 60,000 fans in that stadium. That is crazy, man. I'm just so happy. And people made fun of me. People made fun of this whole situation when I said Barcelona, because I said Barca was going to be back at the Camp Nou because they were going to give them a permit for the A section, which is in 27,000 fans. And Barcelona chose not to reopen at the Camp Nou because what's the point? When we can have 48,000 fans at the Montjuic Stadium, why would we only sell 27,000 seats? That makes no sense. So instead of that, what Barcelona said, it was just going to wait a little bit longer. We're probably going to be a month and a half to 2 months. We'll wait until November, right? And then we are going to reopen when we can have 45,000 fans. Now, that's only 3,000 fans less than what we normally have at the Montjuic. And remember, this is our home ground. This is our pitch. This is going to be a beautiful place to play, bro. This is going to be amazing. And, dude, by December, dude, we can have 60,000 fans, which is I can't believe that we're here,
You know what
man.
it
That
is?
they were telling us this a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like before we get all happy, how did Jan Laporta do this? Because this was supposed to open like how long ago? Jan Laporta, I think the middle of last season it was
2
supposed to
years
open.
ago, I think.
Bro, this is some crazy delay. I know construction is. I
No, it was
understand
at least a year. It was at least a year for sure.
but like it feels like then like you know what? Because it's like remember at the start of the season, right? We all thought that after the first 3 weeks, match day 4, we would be back, right? We all thought, but with the Instagram, the social media announcements, we all thought we were actually gonna come back, but no. You know what? And you know what? What's it saying? Better late than never. I'm happy that we're going back to the Camp Nou, right? Yeah, but it's gonna be sick because 60,000 eventually, right, by the end of 2025 is honestly pretty good, right? Because I think the full capacity of the stadium, I believe, is like going to be 105,000, if I'm not mistaken. So that's over 50%. That's like about 60% of the stadium. That's going to maybe a little bit under 60%, but that's like almost 60% of the stadium that's going to be available, right? By January 1st minimum. So I'm happy, bro. This is the news that we want, and I can't wait. You know what? Something people are forgetting about the 1-to-1 rule. What do we need to do to the 1-to-1 rule? We got to get back to the Camp Nou. That's step 1, and then sell the VIP, right? That's what we need, man.
Yeah, so yeah, no, you're totally right. But people are saying that as if it's not going to happen because obviously to get to the 1-1 rule, before that, we obviously need to have the stadium open, because if the stadium is not open, then we cannot be on the 1-1 rule. So they go hand in hand. I'm sure in the next couple of weeks, this whole 1-1 rule will become another thing. Like, right, we're gonna be talking about the 1-1 rule. Mark my words. By next week, we'll be making videos about the 1-1 rule, because this is definitely going to be the next step. Is actually the 1-1 rule, and I actually do think that Barcelona, by the end of the 2025, we are going to be back at the 1-1 rule, and this is why I'm so confident. This is why I said this before. This is the year to get Barca. This was the year I told, well, you guys better win La Liga this season, because guess what? Next season, we're back at the 1-1 rule. We're not going to have Lewandowski on the books. That's going to clear like 40 to 45 million euros off the books, solely on just Lewandowski not being on the roster. Imagine all the money that we're paying Ter Stegen by next season if he leaves as well. That's going to be another. That's going to be like another. I think it's another 20 million or something like that, or 20 to 30.
Barca volume. Even if we get like an agreement where we just pay him 50% of his money and he just walks, that's still huge, man. That would still be great. So for me, bro, what I think about the whole, because when Jan Laporta first came in, everybody was saying like it's gonna be like a process. Like Barca's gonna be in a rebuild for around. I know, Barca fans, we always want to win now. This is our, including me.
Yeah.
I sometimes emotional reaction. I put my hands up too. Like I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but like I remember they used to say until around 2026, this is when Barcelona should be able to operate normally. This is when we can operate like an Arsenal, like all these clubs. And that was the rebuild. So we're almost done with the financial rebuild era, hopefully, right? That we were kind of promised. And 2026 onward is supposed to be the start of Barca, where we can operate like a normal club back in our stadium. But I can't wait. I genuinely listen.
Look at this aura, bro. Look at this aura, bro.
Yeah, listen, man. Hey,
We're back, bro. We
Bro.
are freaking back, bro. Look
That's
at that
actually-
beautiful that picture looks right there. That was the old stadium.
Yeah, I can't lie. I hope the new stadium, like once people actually like go on Instagram and TikTok in the stands, I hope it looks as beautiful as this, because the old stadium was beautiful, bro. Like the old stadium was awesome. Like I know it needed to be revamped, more modernized, but it was a beautiful stadium. Especially I remember the Sunset
It
games.
was.
Bro, that come on, is like genuinely, is there a like? Let's add the fact that Barcelona is a great city by the beach, and then you got this stadium too. Like, I hope the stadium actually looks good, like not like Real Madrid's. Real Madrid stadium is modernized, but from the outside, it doesn't look that good, bro.
No, from the outside it looks terrible. I think actually the inside looks very nice.
Yeah, it's
But from the outside, I don't like it. For Barcelona Stadium, it's gonna look beautiful from outside because it's got the lights, it's got the colors, and it's gonna represent Barca. Like from the exterior, from the outside looking in, you can see how it's gonna look. And to be honest with you, this isn't maybe it's a colors thing. Maybe it's because I love this team. But to me, I love this. I'm gonna love this stadium a lot more than Madrid, because the Madrid Stadium, it has a lot of history. I'm not gonna lie, but from what I've seen so far, I'm not too impressed. I do like the stadium looks pretty good though. But no, man, look, I got my man Warrior to coming in as well, man. How's it going, bro? How you feeling? How you feeling about coming back to the Camp Nou finally, dude? After so long coming, bro.
First of all, I want to say thank you, Miguel, for having me on. Shout out, big up to Barca Reacciones as well. Big up to the chat. This is a good day. Beautiful day, man. It's been 2.5 years. We've been finally, being starving for a big stadium. Montjuic, the atmosphere was not as good as the Camp Nou. The aura, the culture, Mescu un club. This stadium is irreplaceable. And you guys don't understand, most of the people, like opposition fans, this is monumental for our season. This can easily shift our trajectory for the season. This will motivate the fans, the players. I'm expecting that stadium to rock Saturday against Athletic Bilbao, man. I'm happy. I'm gassed. Bro, this can easily change our season.
I cannot wait for it. What were you gonna say, Jonas?
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, Warrior. It's like I remember we used to have Champions League records in the stadium. You know, like the Montjuic. Let's be real, European nights. It felt like Barcelona and the Knockouts were playing 2 away games, honestly, at times, man. But now we're back home, and I put this same analogy. It's like when you're on a vacation for a bit, and you're like, the vacation's not hitting anymore. I want to go back home. And then when you go back home, the first footsteps, and you're like, this is why I live here. This is why it's home. And I feel like, I genuinely hope, bro, if there's any game we can win, that Bilbao game at home, hopefully it's a good game too. That's gonna be great, bro. I hope we ball out from the minute, like first half. That would be great.
Look at Kevin, dude. It says Mbappe scoring hat tricks, and Jude. Dude, he's so shameless, bro. Like he knows that Jude all he scores is tap ins. Like he's a Madrid fan, and he's like, Jude tap ins at the Camp Nou will be there. Like even he
already knows.
Jude scores
Wait, where you? You've been to where you? I know you've been to Montjuic. Have you been to the Camp Nou?
Yeah, I actually been to the penultimate game. I actually was lucky enough to see Barcelona celebrate the La Liga 22-23, where they lifted
the Cassier game.
No, we lost actually against Real Sociedad 2-1.
Oh, that game. Okay, I remember.
I have a trivia question for you guys. That's amazing that you were part of that, Warrior. That's cool. I didn't know that. Who was the last player who scored a goal at the Camp Nou?
It was against Mallorca.
Whoa, the last player who scored at the Camp Nou. Hold on. Okay, let me think.
And I'm going to give a minute to the chat. everybody in the chat, please, if you guys know who was the last player, but don't look at the chat, guy. I want you guys to actually think.
Okay.
The chat already gave it out.
Hold on. Okay,
I
I'm
think it's
gonna be real.
Lewandowski, maybe.
Don't look at the chat, dude.
But I'll just say, bro. Okay, so we left mid-season, right?
Yeah.
We left mid-season, right?
Yeah.
No. I think we 22-24. We started with the Montjuic, so it was the last game.
Oh, you're right. We did start at the.
It was Busquets'
Are you
last
sure? Hold
game
on.
as well.
Hold on. Are you sure? No, you're wrong. Because that PSG game that we got limited, the Araujo red card, that was in the Montjuic. That wasn't.
That was Montjuic.
Yeah, that was the Montjuic. But we started 23-24. Do we not start at the Camp Nou?
Nah.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
We started the Juan Gamble game
matter.
against Tottenham. You don't remember? Tottenham.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, well, the last game we played was against Sociedad. We lost 2-1. I'm gonna say Lewandowski.
Who was the last player to score there? I'm gonna give you guys a hint. He's injured right now.
I mean, I already saw the chat, to be honest.
Nah, you can't look at the chat. I told you guys not to look at the chat.
But
Don't say it. Let Jonas do it. See if he can figure it out. He's injured right now.
I don't know, bro. To be honest, if it's not Lewandowski,
you don't even know who's injured.
Well, Rafinha. Now I see the chat now on my screen. Gavi, bro. I didn't know this. How am I supposed to know Gavi, bro? Rafinha or Lewandowski?
Gavi was the last player who scored at the Camp Nou. It was remarkable, and I can't remember. Was it against Mallorca?
Yeah.
Was it Mallorca?
Yeah.
No,
it is.
It wasn't Madrid, was it?
What?
No, it can't be. No, it can't be. Also, I was gonna ask you guys another thing. So, as a prediction, who will be the first player to score at the Camp Nou?
Ooh.
Everybody's back too.
And I want the chat chime in. I want to see what everybody thinks. Who do you think will score the first goal at the Camp Nou?
You know what? I'm gonna go rogue. I'm gonna go Fermin Lopez. I'm gonna go Fermin Lopez.
Okay, I'm just gonna think.
The chat is saying Fermin too. Fermin.
Man said
Lewandowski. Huh?
No, in a way. Somebody said the rest. That's crazy. Nah. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna go boring, man. I'm gonna say Lewandowski. I would love though Lamine Yamal to be the first. Lamine Yamal, marking a new era. Come on, man. That would hit. But I'm gonna be honest. I could see a Lewandowski like header or something tap in. This is something realistic. You know what I mean? I could easily see that.
It would be Lamine Yamal's first start at Camp Nou as well. He never started the game.
Lewandowski has a pretty good record against Athletic Bilbao too. I remember the last game, meaningless, I believe, last year. Did he score a brace? I believe, and then also I remember at the start of the year last year, he also had a brace, if I'm not mistaken, or he had one goal. He had the volley. Remember, he had the volley. In the 2-1 at the very start of Hansi Flick's for
yeah. When Lamine Yamal scored the opener, yeah.
I don't know if he scored the brace, but he scored another goal. So I say Lewandowski scores against Bilbao. I think that's realistic.
No, yeah. So I'm gonna make a prediction as well. I think Lewandowski will be the easiest one. I think that will be the easiest bet. Like if you had to bet on Vegas, he'll probably have the most odds. But I'm gonna go unconventional. I am going to go and say, like I said, that's what I said. Like Fermin Lopez is a pretty good one. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's gonna be Lamine Yamal, dude. It's just meant to be. Dude, Messi was at the home ground blessing this pitch, and I think Lamine bounces off of that, and he's going to have a good game against pathetic club. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, dude. He scores the first goal. I don't know, Kevin. He's a Madrid fan. He said it's the ref, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it out. It's gonna be a penalty kick.
Yeah, I have a question, guys. Because I don't think they've been on the pitch the same time. Let's just say it's a penalty kick. Let's say the Real Madrid fans cry more and it's a pen, okay? It's Lamine Yamal. Okay, Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal takes the pen?
Yeah,
sure?
Lamine Yamal takes the pen.
If Lewandowski's on the pitch,
bro. It's too special,
Lewandowski's on the pitch?
It's too special. It's the moment. It's the moment. Yeah, I think Lamine, dude. I mean, last time when we played against Rayo Vallecano, Lewandowski was not there, right? Was he injured that game?
I don't think he was there.
Ferran was playing. Ferran Torres was playing.
Yeah.
But last time Lewandowski took a pen, Lamine wasn't there. So yeah, you're right. We don't know if there's a certain like level of like if they already
I
said
mean,
who is going to be taking the pens. But I think to me, I feel like if there's a pen against Bilbao, I think Lamine Jamal grabs that ball and says,
Okay, I have a
I'm
question.
taking
Let's
it.
twist it. Let's
but
twist it.
against Celta Vigo, both of them were actually on the pitch last game, and Lewandowski took it, right? Yeah.
Dude.
Against Celta de Vigo.
Yeah. I mean, the first goal, Lewandowski took a penalty. If
Oh, he's right. He is right. He's right. He's
yeah,
right.
so I
Oh
think
yeah, that's a good
as
point.
much
That's a good point. They were
as
both
much
on
as
the
I want,
pitch.
yeah, as much as I want Lamine Yamal to take it as well, I think Lewandowski.
That's
It's the higher hierarchy, you know.
You know what? You know what? I was gonna actually because I forgot that he took the pen. I was gonna say if it's the 90th minute, it's 1-1. We get a penalty, right? Now you can't. I don't know. I don't really care about the moment anymore. Lewandowski, do your job. You're the veteran, right? Take the penalty, right? I mean, I think Lamine's number 2 though. I do think.
I have to
Lamine
tell
is-
you this though. I have to tell you this. The last 2 pens that Lewandowski took, they are mid, bro. Like they are
Very bad.
like terrible. And that is the one thing that he can do. That is the one thing that we can count on is that he's a good penalty taker. But come on, man. The first one he misses off the left. He took against Sevilla. That was a very important. We could have gotten 1 point, at
Huge.
least 1 point from that game. And many people said if Lewandowski would have scored that
Yep.
pen, I think we would have won the game.
Or
And-
drew, at least.
And now he take this pen. It was a horrible pen. I'm so lucky they didn't have a goalkeeper because if they had a goalkeeper, man, he's stopping that.
And to be honest, right? Like I will say, it's a hot take. I don't think Lewandowski or Lamine Yamal is our best penalty taker. I think it's Rafinha. I think right now it's Rafinha, man. I genuinely think Rafinha. I haven't seen him miss, and he takes really good. I remember Celta Vigo top corner, like he takes them. He's hitting the corners, man.
Yeah.
I think
To be fair, Lamine Jamal only has taken a few penalties, and besides the one he missed with Spain, which was a horrible one, he has taken very good penalty kicks. He has done it very, very nicely.
That's true. I mean, ever since that Spain miss, he changed his technique because I feel like that was the first penalty he actually even took in a game. So I can understand why he missed it. So this season, every time he looks confident, he even scored against France. He stepped up in the National League semi-final. So Lamine Yamal is actually good. Rafinha, I remember he scored against Mallorca as well away. So he's ball striking. Like even if the keeper touches it, he shoots very hard, so it's very
guys,
possible to save.
I have to just point it out. Okay, we're coming back to the Camp Nou, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say we get a second leg at home. Let's say we just go to a penalty shootout. We look at penalty takers, Barcelona. I know last year, the Copa del Rey final, a lot of people were saying if Koundé didn't score, they weren't confident. But now with Yaun Garcia as the goalkeeper, you have Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, Rafinha, right? One person in the chat, big up Bailey. You could say Pedri, Rashford. Rashford's a penalty taker. Rashford's one of the England's best penalty takers. And then
so we have
Fermin Lopez. That's like a guy I think he could take a penalty, right? So that's like 6 guys off the top. I'm confident in.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. But we do have. I think the pecking order should be Lewandowski 1, Lamine Yamal 2, Rafinha 3, or maybe you can say Rafinha 2 and Lamine Yamal 3. I'm gonna say after that was probably Rashford. And after Rashford will be Pedri for me. So those will be my 5 takers. If I had to go up against Madrid or something like that, I would probably do that. Would you guys agree? Would you guys have a different order?
Okay.
You know, I would actually sneak Ferran Torres in, but he missed it. Like he's a bit inconsistent. Like he misses. I think he missed in a Spanish game against. I don't know the last international break. He missed it. He's a bit inconsistent.
Ferran inconsistent. Surprise. Ferran inconsistent.
I'm actually Dani Olmo might be good. You know what? Your picking order is good. So I wouldn't.
I'm gonna say this, okay? Because there's always debate with penalty kicks. Should you do your best right away, or should you do your best for the critical pens? I believe get the good start. A penalty shootout comeback is very unlikely. Let's just be honest. You have to start well. For me, I'm going Lewandowski number 1, or if Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski 1 or 2. I don't think that order matters. 3, I'm gonna go with Rafinha. 4, I'll go for Pedri. 5, probably Fermin Lopez. I just believe in Fermin. I think Fermin could take a pen. I believe in Fermin. Ferran could be 6th. I'll give Ferran 6 because he's a striker. But I just trust Fermin. I think he would smack a pen. I could easily see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I do what you mean. I want to see if we can do because everyone's coming back. But Warrior, before we get to like, we're gonna do a lineup real quick. But before we do that, I want to ask you something, Warrior, because you didn't get to have your best opinion on this. What is your favorite memory at Montjuic Stadium? Because, like I said, we won 2 titles there, Xavi Hernandez and Hansi Flick. But do you have a game where do you say, okay, I'll remember? Like, let's say that like Jonas brought this scenario up. Like, if we're having a bad stretch where we can't win
Yeah.
games at the Camp Nou, we'll be missing the Montjuic, and we'll be saying, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we won over there. What game do you think that comes up to your mind? Just to give you an example, Jonas brought up the game against Bayern Munich where Rafinha scored a hat trick. It was a 4-1 game. I brought up the game we beat Real Madrid last time we beat them in a Clásico because they were winning 2-0. They were winning 2-0 and we beat them. It was a 5-2 game. So it was incredible. But what about you? What do you think? Do you have a moment? Because I mean, like I said, there's been a few.
You know what? I would actually say Jonas as well, Bayern, because I was actually in the stadium and I witnessed.
Well, you watched that game?
Yeah, I actually watched that game. I was in the stadium, so that's the easiest answer that I can give. But you know, that whole
this guy, you realize how lucky you are, bro. You went.
That's a crazy game, you know.
You went to the Bayern Barca game. Are you kidding me,
bro?
That's a great game. That's one of the best games.
How far are you from the stadium?
It's like I live in Norway, right? So it takes me like 2 hours to fly to Barca. So I'm very lucky.
Yeah,
that's like if we fly to like Utah or something like Colorado.
Like that's me going to my parents in Oregon, bro. Oregon is 2-hour flight from me here, right? Like Los Angeles. I live in California. I take a 2-hour flight. Then bam, I'm having a chicken soup with my mom, bro. Like that's the type of flight that these guys taking.
Bro, I'm telling you,
That's it, man. Next season, I'm moving to Barca. I'm moving to Barcelona. That's next season. That's it.
But I would
I'm
actually
not taking
give
this guy.
If Fermin Lopez's goal counted, that would easily be when he celebrated with the fans. I think that El Clasico was easily the best after the Bayern game, in my opinion. So those 2 games you guys mentioned are easily the best 2 games at Montjuic era, in my opinion, as well, man. The atmosphere, like literally, the atmosphere was crazy, though. Even though I didn't like Montjuic, but when I was there, the atmosphere was actually good. So maybe it's because of the big game, but I really like the atmosphere. As much as Montjuic gets a lot of hate from the TV, it looks very far. I can understand why people hate it, but that stadium was actually rocking.
Kevincito says PSG 2024 second leg. Was that?
Oh, hell no. That's the worst game. That's the worst game. What are you talking about? The best game? This is the worst game.
Well, yeah, because he's a Madrid fan. Did he get? He got me there. I was thinking like, wait, which one?
No way, you fell for it.
I fell for it, dude. I totally did.
Nah. Come on, man. For me, bro, the reason why I say Bayern is very simple. Bayern Munich's a team that, let's be honest, they've had our number in the last 10 years since the treble season, and it's been annoying. Like I don't want to play Bayern, and our team's not good and everything. Then, bam, Rafinha. It's like I call this like a boxing fight where like it's like the underdog won, and bam, I felt like that game. I believed in us. I genuinely believed that this team is serious for the first time in a long time because of Rafinha's hat trick. The way that we went about it, it's not a 2-1 scrappy late goal Bayern missed. No, 4-1. We legit that 4-1 is convincing regardless how you spin it. So definitely for me, that game against Bayern, I'm never gonna forget that. And one of my players honestly announced himself to the world, Rafinha, man. So special for me.
Yeah, some people say the 3-3 game against Inter was great. Yeah, but that brings back bad memories because we lost the second. By the way, so little has been said about the fact that we got cheated on that game, just in the sense of we were ahead of Inter in the table, and we had to play the second leg at home. The way that game played out and how close that game was, are you telling me if we would have closed it out at the Camp Nou, it wouldn't be the other way around? Because
even the Montjuic,
literally,
even the Montjuic, we should have had the home leg second. We were the higher seed.
That's what I'm saying. We got cheated because. And this was a terrible, terrible thing from UEFA because they corrected it. Remember, now if you finish the highest, then you're closing your second leg at home. And it's been proven. There's been statistics. Whoever finished the second leg at home, they have the advantage over the team who is going to be away in that situation. Look, men like Dali FC in the house. they still would have took the L. Don't worry.
You know what it
Yeah,
is? It's like
that's what
I
I
was
mean, though. But now they corrected it ever since they said, you know what? No, that's true. We're not going to let other teams who are below the higher teams and just let them have home field advantage. And that's
Exactly.
Inter Milan. Look, man, the game was hand in hand. I'm not saying that it was like totally unfair, but look, Inter played 30 minutes in their home that we didn't. Because we played 90 minutes at Camp Nou, 90 minutes Inter Milan. Then when we went to overtime, now they had the extra time. But the fact that UEFA's not, and I was pounding my table when that happened, and the fact that UEFA came out and corrected this, that's telling me that, you know what, they're basically saying that I'm right, because they're not
Exactly.
doing that anymore. They're now it's whoever finishes at
yeah.
the top, they'll
I'm
have
be
the
real.
second
I
leg at
don't
home.
know who in you. Somebody in UEFA like definitely lost his job because bro, that doesn't even make sense. How are you gonna give a lower seed the priority the second? I don't understand it.
Like
I'm past it. I'm not gonna complain, but it's just dumb. And to be fair, they know it was a mistake because why would they
Dude,
change it?
Football Carnage says Bayern Munich wasn't good last season. To be honest,
I didn't know
okay.
Barca was good. I didn't know Barca
Wait,
was good until that
wait,
came.
wait, wait, wait. So didn't they lose to Inter Milan in like the quarterfinals?
yeah, quarterfinals. Yeah, they
Right,
lost
there
to
you go. So how can you be a bad team and make it to the quarterfinals? I don't
they lost to
understand.
To
the
be honest,
finalists. They lost to the finalists, and they absolutely cooked Bayern Leverkusen in the round of 16. They easily won the Bundesliga. They've been good, like not as good as this season,
I
obviously,
mean,
but
yeah, they're not
you
as good
cannot
as this
undermine.
season,
I agree.
but they were not a bad team.
They weren't.
Especially when they played against us, they were good. So that's the thing. Like you in a in a vacuum, you can say, oh, okay, so they didn't have a good season because yeah, like you can say like 2020 is hindsight, but at
Yeah,
the time when we played them, we didn't even know how good we were. We had just beaten Real Madrid 4-0 at the Bernabeu. We didn't know how good we were. We knew we had to face Madrid
the Bernabeu
and
game
we
was
had to
absolutely
face
honest.
Bayern Munich. And I remember saying this like it was yesterday. And I said, you know what? This is going to be two tough games, but it's also going to say a lot about our
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
And we beat them 9-1. And the fact that we did them in the fashion that we did, I was like, okay, this team is different. This team is here. And you know what? This team is probably going to win a lot of silverware this season. And it was true. Like
They were
we
actually
lost.
good.
Yeah,
Bayern,
it was
Bayern in
terrible
that
that
game
we
was
lost
good.
in. Yeah, it was
Like,
terrible that we lost in the UCL and the way we did, and it was painful. But at the same time, dude, we won everything in Spain, and I mean that was remarkable in my
You know what it
opinion.
is? It's like I also say, okay, yeah, Barca, like if it's been a roller coaster season. I agree. I've been calling out the team left and right, Flick, the players, right? One might say I agree, but the thing is, let me say this: as mid and up and down Barca has been, there is still a lot of season left. Like at the end of the day, 3 points off the top of La Liga, right? And the UCL at the end of the day, we don't know what's gonna happen, right? Like we've had easy routes, we've had hard routes. Let's be honest, Barcelona. I remember when we were legitimately a bad team under Koeman, and we were
Yeah,
getting a group of death. And I was like, why? Like this team's already
yeah,
bad. And then we
Jonas, you have to be good, but you also have to be a little lucky. Because
I agree with
remember
you.
when Madrid won the UCL, right? They were losing 2-1 to Bayern Munich. And that
And
was a
then
golazo from Davis.
yeah,
And it was
yeah,
2-1, and Tuchel capitulated. Like he literally removed. Dude, I'm telling you, the Madrid games, I remember them so good. It's crazy. Like they're into my head or something. Because look, I lost my head in that game because Tuchel, dude, what are you doing, man? You removing Musiala from that game. You took
yeah.
Sané out of that game. You literally took out your offense and you brought in two defenders to defend the last 15 minutes of
he
that game
thought he won it.
and
He thought he
literally
won it.
went down in flames, bro.
I mean,
That
He thought
literally
listen,
went
like
down
he
in
gambled. He gambled way
bro,
too early. Like he thought the game was done. They qualified
They
for the
control
against
the
Real
whole
Madrid
game.
at Santiago Bernabeu. All things can happen, man. He I don't know. He made a
Ex-
mistake there.
and it was that game where Joselu came out, right? The
Yeah,
last couple of minutes, and he scores a brace in like within 15 minutes, bro. It was ridiculous, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like teams just really overthink it when it comes to Madrid. And this is why I appreciate what Barcelona, because the best one who said this was Thierry Henry. The whole Europe is afraid of Madrid. Madrid is afraid of Barca because Barca does not do this against Madrid. Okay, this is like the thing. Like we just keep going and we just keep going and we go down their throats, and that's what I mean. Tunehell, bro, what was he doing? Like he literally removed his all offense and brought in defenders, and not only that, they tie the game, right? And then now you're going to overtime, and now you're going to go overtime, and you're not going to have any penalty takers. Like, are
Yeah,
you even thinking the game, bro? Like,
you're
it's just, I mean, that was an all times like choke job. Like, I'm just, and it still bothers me to this day because Bayern, that was Madrid had no business advancing to the next round. They got
They even got
dominated the
robbed
whole
though.
game except for the last
Bayern got
15
robbed
minutes.
as well. They scored a last minute winner, which wasn't offside, or the referee blew the whistle. I don't know if you guys remember. Like this.
Yeah, no, I remember that. But you know what? At that point, I was so upset. I was so upset at Bayern Munich for what they've done. I didn't even care, bro. Like I didn't even
me
care
too.
for
I
that shit.
feel
Like,
like yeah, I was gonna say it's not just that, but like how many times in like the Champions League, it's not like I know it's Madrid, but like Madrid fans will always complain if we talk about Madrid, but also I look at like ties, like if you remember that crazy tie between Man City and Tottenham, one of the craziest ties I've ever seen in my life, and Man City bring it back and they get the goal, and Aguero, I believe, is offside by a millimeter. And it would have been one of the craziest. It would have been a top 3 tie I've ever watched. And it's just canceled because it's one of the first games VAR was. That was the game that VAR, I feel like, made his introduction. Like, yeah, it has power.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, it's in the UCL. You need to be. I always say you need to be a top 3 team, but you need luck also. I think
you need luck. You need luck. Yeah. I remember that game too. The Manchester City game, right? It was 2-1 Manchester City, and it was literally. I remember. I think it was the 82nd minute, and Grealish has a breakthrough and has a one-on-one against Courtois, bro. And he missed it. Like, he literally, like,
oh yeah, you're talking about
Courtois
the 21,
stopped it.
22.
Yeah, Courtois stops it, right? And all of a sudden, Madrid ties the game. I think they go to overtime or Madrid wins in regulation. I can't remember exactly, but I do remember that Manchester City was literally really close to put that game away 3-1. That game should have been 3-1. And
That
this was that game. Go ahead.
That game might be the craziest. Like that's what I thought. Like there's literally they must be using the magic because Grealish had a 1v1. Mendy clears off the line when the game is 2-1, and all of a sudden Rodrigo turns into prime R9 and he scores, and then Benzema scores in the extra time penalty to make it like that must be the worst hate watch in my life, man. Dude, I generally don't know how they won that game. Generally,
if you go watch the highlights, I don't know if they're gonna have it on highlights, but I remember, dude, looking at Phil Foden's face, staring at Pep Guardiola, and it was a crazy moment because he looked at him and he had no idea what just happened, bro. Like he blacked out and was literally with his arms out like this, like how did we lose this game? And that was the game where Ancelotti literally said, these guys are way better than us. We're just gonna play defense. We're gonna hit them with the low block, and we're just gonna hit them in counters. And that was.
Do you remember? Okay, Rodrigo legit came out and he said, "Hey, why do you guys play like this? Like the park the bus when they did it." And I think this was I forgot. It was one of the times Real Madrid won. And he said, "Man City are better, but this is the only way we're gonna win." He said something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, but it's like. Yeah, I know, but also it's not just that they park the bus; they still win in the craziest ways. Like, dude, you know, and I want to kind of bring this back to Barcelona because this is how the UCL is. Look at it's number one, the Bernabeu, right? We're coming back to the Camp Nou. It's gonna matter. The Olympic Stadium, it felt like playing 2 away games in Europe, genuinely, right? Yeah. And then you also like how many times these comebacks. There's always Thibaut Courtois in the center of these comebacks. Somewhere down the line, Courtois is making a big save, like a flurry of saves. This is where I think you got Jan Garcia coming back to the Camp Nou. I think I said it. The Camp Nou return is gonna help Barcelona more in Europe than in La Liga because we shown in the Olympic Stadium we could still dominate domestically, but in Europe, this is where we need the home court. You can't listen. Any advantage in Europe, you got to take it.
That's exactly why I'm happy as well. It's gonna be 45,000, not 27. Like it's gonna be huge from the get go. So the atmosphere is gonna be absolutely crazy.
And the whole point why we brought up Madrid too was because it's what we're talking about. Like, yeah, you can say you won 15 Champions Leagues or whatever. I know that it's a remarkable achievement, but like I said, you also need a little bit of luck. For example, Barcelona was very unlucky. Well, we played horrible on defense, right? But we were getting like ridiculously unlucky in that game. Look, so many things that happened in this game, Inter Milan game, because look, we had Chesney on goal, right? He allows 2 goals from Dumfries, right? That was just ridiculous. John Garcia stopping that goal, by the way. It's off a corner kick, and it really goes through his hands. Doesn't even have good positioning. He tries to go out. It was a bad all throughout, like goalkeeper. Like if we had a goalkeeper, like an actual goalkeeper in that game, like John Garcia, for example, like he would not allow 2 goals that we allowed against Inter Milan.
He just makes it safe. He just makes it. Like, let's
now. We still do, after so many bad things that happened in this game, we close this game away from home. We have 90 seconds to close out this game, right? And then what happens? The freaking Gerard Martin tries to like sell a foul and just goes down to the ground instead of grabbing the guy. And not only that, but then Frankie de Jong is not closing out Araujo. And then what happened? Man. 3 issues happen on that play where they tie the game before the end, the game ends, and now we're going to overtime and we lose the game. That's what I'm saying. Like, so many things have to bounce your way when you most of the time, right? Maybe 9 out of 10 games, you're closing that game out and you're just going home and you're going straight to the finals. But in that game, at that moment, we just couldn't do it. Right?
I can't lie. You gotta
that game. You know what? You really brought out the memories, man. Because you guys remember when Roberto Baggio in 1994 missed that penalty against Brazil? Like he was just standing there. Like they call him the man that dies standing.
Yeah, dies standing.
That's literally was me watching my screen. I was just sitting there for 1 hour, bro. Literally 1 hour. I don't even think I still recovered from that game. And Volume just made a speech going through details, and now I'm feeling the what you say.
But that's the thing, no. But that's the point, though. Like, it's just the moments thing. And you to win the UCL, you have to be a moments club. And look, this is why I praise the most Real Madrid, right? Because I said, you know what happens? Grealish has a transition play. It got a one-on-one breakthrough, and the moments is Courtois saving the day. When was Chesney saving the day against Inter?
No.
There's nobody stepping up, and that's what I mean. Like, it's just those moments when you really need somebody who can step up to the plate and say, "Well, I'm taking this out of the park," especially in that big moment in the UCL Champions League semifinals. You got to do it, man. But that's what I'm saying. But you do need luck, though.
I was gonna say, like, that game, when you think about it, right? I mean, that's arguably the reason why Jan Garcia is even here, because of that game. Because look at the mismatch we had with Jan Sommer and Chesney. Yeah. I mean, Chesney is honestly like pedestrian at best. Let's be honest. Yeah, he can do the Real Madrid game that he just had where he's great. But those games are just every now and then, whereas it's not an everyday thing with Chesney. With Jan Garcia, it is. That's, I think, part of the reason why he's here, because we saw what Jan Sommer was doing to us. Like, he was just saving top corners. It wasn't misses. These are top corner, and he's making the save.
Like 5 crucial saves against Lamine Yamal.
What was your guys' take on the ref? I think the ref was bad, especially that call on Lamine Yamal. Like, now we know that call should have been a pen. That
a yellow card as well.
Yeah, he like marked it outside, right? And they went to look at it and bar and said no, it was outside. But in reality, it was a follow-through play, and it should have been a penalty for Barcelona. We just don't get that break. Now, another thing is that mistake from Olmo, horrendous mistake, loses the ball. Not only he loses the ball, but gives it back to that he lost it. Not only he missed the pass, but he gave it to Inter in transition. They hit us, and it was Martinez who scored that goal. It was the exact same goal that we keep conceding, by the way. So it was bad, man. Like, if we go back to memories on last season, I remember making a video about Inter and Barça last season, and dude, it was one of the worst moments that I can remember. But like, it just really hurt, man. That game was crazy, man. That game was too crazy.
You know what it is, bro. This is why, once again, I always use the metric. Okay, it's moments, top 3 team, and legit luck. Like, I think it's legit. Who has more big moments? Is it Barca or Inter? Unfortunately, Inter, because they scored last at the last second, right? And then also, like, let's be honest, in the UCL, you need a good goalkeeper. That's probably like another thing that you need. And then I always say luck.
Yeah, look at Sommer, dude. Look at Sommer. All the stops on Lamine, dude. Like, all the stops he did on Lamine. Like, that was crazy. That was Sommer.
I mean, Denzel Dumfries also had a all-timer.
If you think about it too, you know why Inter won that game in overtime? it was because they had a better bench than us. They had 4 guys coming out to contribute, and the guy who scored the last minute, the not the last minute, the last goal, that guy came in like the 80th minute. So
can I
that
say
guy was
something?
fresh. He was fresh. Who did we have off the bench trying to score for us? It was
Nobody.
Lamine or failed.
No, you know what it was?
Lewandowski just came back from injury and he missed an
Yeah,
open goal.
yeah.
That's
Dude,
it.
But
that's another thing, dude.
that was a
Lewandowski with that header, dude, he scores. He scores 9 out of 10 of these, and we got unlucky that he happened to miss the one that we needed the most. This is what I mean. Like, you need your players to step up in these big moments.
But also, I felt like I have to be honest, right? I think Inzaghi did his absolute best when it comes to like, I won't even say the NFL, but like, yo, Barcelona, like when the other team has momentum, right? And the opposite coach calls a timeout to stop the momentum. Every single time, Barcelona had a good 10, 12-minute cameo, right? First leg and second leg, he would switch it up every single. They would just adjust, bro. They would just zoom in on the cameras. He's talking to his players, doing something with his hands. I don't know what he's doing, but it used to always work. Whenever Barca were cooking these guys for 15 minutes, and Zague would just switch something up. And I think, yes, Barca are a lot better, but when you have your coach doing as much as you can, that's how you can stay in a game. And then they just nicked that. Then this is. Man, I can't. We're talking about this for too long, man.
Inzaghi, I'm not gonna lie, Inzaghi was doing wonders.
Yeah, he did a good job. But enough of the bad memories. Let's go back to what truly matters.
Hey, Madrid fans, watch out.
I'm coming home.
Hey, bro. I mean, how do you guys feel about La Liga in the second stretch? I mean, it feels that the season just got started for us, in my opinion. I'm not gonna worry about it, dude. Where am I? Okay, I'm literally 3 points away from Madrid, with like might as just well be a billion games to go right now. I still like my chances to win La Liga. Will already told me. I already congratulated them because they're celebrating like they already won this thing, and I've given them their flowers. Like, congratulations, bro. You guys were celebrating after beating Barcelona at the Bernabeu, which is your home ground. Everybody was gathering together, jumping up and down. Okay, so now you got to win La Liga, because then what the hell does it matter that you guys are celebrating like this? So I told them, congratulations, you already won La Liga. We'll cut our losses and we'll see what we can do with it. Because guess what? Everybody is coming back. Where are you guys at in terms of Barcelona's chances to win La Liga, to win Copa del Rey, and to win Super Cup? And we'll probably just kind of wrap it up.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? I thought La Liga was fading away, but Real Madrid, they tied to Rayo. I'm like, we must win this game. I don't care if Celta Vigo's our bogey team. We got the job done. Lewandowski, thank you, Lewandowski. At least I wasn't confident, but he scores a hat trick, right? And yo, the gap is only 3. At the end of the day, regardless of what I say, criticize, I don't care. The gap is 3 in November. We can win La Liga, bro. We came back. I think it was like 7 points. Real Madrid were up at one stage last year, and Barca at that point, also you're gonna say, oh, Barca were good last year. At that point, we hit rock bottom. It was worse than what we're seeing right now. Way worse, bro. It was 1-1-8 La Liga games. Can you believe that? Mm-hmm. Bro, we can definitely win La Liga. I think La Liga, it's anybody's game. It's a real 50-50, man. Barca's getting their guys back, Camp Nou, and it's 3 points. 3 points is nothing. For me, I don't even call it a gap until it's like at least 6 points. I think even 5. Maybe, but 3 is nothing. If one game could change it, I'm not too worried. But UCL, I don't know. I have to be honest. UCL, we will actually have to perform well to win the UCL and get lucky. So maybe if we can listen, I said semis at the start of the year. I was gonna say maybe quarters the way we're playing, but hey, our guys back. If we can play good, I'll say semis, and let's see what happens once we get there. Let's see our draw. Let's see how it is. Do we get the second leg at home? It's gonna all matter, man. But where y'all? What you saying?
I mean, I said it in the group chat as well. The season starts now, man. All of these players, they want to make a mark in the Camp Nou, man. So I'm really, really excited. I'm optimistic for the rest of the season. La Liga, like you guys said, man, 3 points is nothing, man. They bottle way more than that. So there's like, we have time. The season is long. This is a marathon. Just like Marcus Rashford said, this ain't a sprint. This is a marathon. That is exactly what he said. Champions League is the only competition that I'm not so optimistic about, unless Hansi Flick actually just does regularly what he did against Celta Vigo. You see, if he actually does something, adapt in the second half, we can actually win the Champions League. I'm really, really optimistic if he does that. The domestic Super Cup, by the way, and this domestic leagues, cups, I'm very, confident about that as well. Those, I actually confidently say we're gonna win those. But the Champions League is the one that I have to see
You
a
know
bit
what it
more.
is? I'll say this. For Barca to win the UCL, they have to get it right. Like, they have to actually play good. And on top of that, like, I don't think for us, Barca, we're not like Madrid usually, where we can play ugly and win. Like, yeah, we've done it with Xavi, La Liga, but typically, ever like that, I watch Barca. The Barca teams that go deep, they play well, right? And I think Hansi Flick will have to coach up. Like, I think he's gonna have to coach at a 8, 9, 10 out of 10 level, my minimum 8, right? And I will say this, Hansi Flick. If sometimes you got a game manager in the UCL like the Celta Vigo second half, right? Newcastle away, where it's a bit boring. But guys, Barca fans, do we care if it's a little bit boring for one game? If that means we get to see if there's a tomorrow, because the game against Inter was great, I guess, for the neutral. But bro, our season ended there. I'd rather have tomorrow we got the UCL final and let's see who we play. So I don't mind a little bit more boring and one-off games. We got to manage in the UCL. I don't think we can go far.
I got a question for Warrior. Warrior, I've seen you comment and I've seen you said it before. I don't know if you said it or not, but I just want to get you on record. Yeah. You said we're winning the treble this year. Now, wait, before you answer that, are you sure about it, or is that just rage baiting? Just be honest.
Okay, it's like 70% believe and 30% rage bait. So, look, I'm not delusional. Okay, I gotta be objective sometimes, but I still believe that Barcelona, unless, like I mentioned, Hansi Flick adapt. Look, we can do it. We can go all the way. We can go all the way. Hopefully.
All right, guys. So before we go, we got like 8 minutes. We're gonna run through this quickly because I did want to show everybody who's watching kind of what our team is gonna look like after this break. By the way, is this the greatest international break ever? Not only it gave us time for our players to get back, but it also allowed the Camp Nou to be back, and we get our players back because they were injured, and now we had 2 weeks extra. So now we getting the Camp Nou back. Messi blessed the Camp Nou, and now all of a sudden, all our players are coming back from injury. So now we're just gonna have Gavi and Ter Stegen on injury report. So it's incredible, man. But now let's move very quickly with this, and obviously, the goalkeeper, right? We're not going to debate this. It's going to be John Garcia.
I don't even call him by my name. By his name, I say the GOAT. I say the Real Madrid fans cry more, right? When you talk to when it's a Yaun Garcia Courtois battle, lower your tone a bit because we're talking about the best goalkeeper in the world. Right?
Exactly.
I call him the GOAT.
Yeah, we can't even say the GOAT. We can't even say Messi. We guys got to say the GOAT, man. Hey, last time I checked, we have not lost a single game since Messi stepped a foot under that stadium.
I don't think we played a game.
That's a fact, but it's a fact. It's a fact. We haven't lost a game.
They can say you haven't won a game, though. Like,
okay, so who are you guys starting at right back? That's my question.
Eric, bro.
As much as I love Kunde, man, but he got to work back.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, where you, bro? The chat's calling you Kunde, bro. They're legit calling you Kunde, bro.
I'm not really. Hey, do not call me Kunde, man. After this season, nah. I'm the better version.
Okay, so all right, so now who are you guys starting at right back? I'm saying Araujo, but do you guys have any objections?
I'm gonna say Araujo and Cabarsi, probably. To be honest,
yeah.
I want to say one thing. Yeah, I'll say Araujo Cabarsi.
Araujo has enough credit in the back for this season, to be honest.
Do you like that back line too, Warrior?
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, we're gonna do this quickly. I'm not trying to spend a lot of time. I just want to see kind of what our actual team will look like finally back. We're gonna say Frankie de Jong. Let's see.
I think you spelled it wrong. I think it's FRE. I think it's FRE.
I'll just say the Young. Oh yeah, it's with an E. I didn't even know that. Do you guys think Pedri comes back? That's the question. Not against. Actually, yeah, I can't even have Frankie, bro.
Whoa!
Yeah, he got red card. He got red card.
He crashed out.
It has to be Casado.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Damn.
we're not gonna have our full squad. Oh yeah, and
What, what about what
Pedri's
about we
not
do
back
this?
for this game, is it?
Wait,
No.
volume. What about we just say if everybody's fit? Because like in like a week's time, we might as well just put De Jong in there because like I mean that's what we're all kind of talking about,
Yeah,
right?
you're right. That's exactly right. Yeah, so we'll do Pedri right here. And so yeah, our front three is obviously gonna be Fermin. Dude, Fermin
Fermin.
is gonna be my starter for the rest of the season. By the way, I already call this. I'm not going back to Olmo. He's gonna hit the
But
bench, hit every game, bro.
is this against Bilbao or just generally
Just like
No,
speaking?
this is
any
general.
like
Like
week.
everybody coming back,
Oh yeah, okay.
and let me see. Then I have Lamine
I mean,
Jamal.
for sure.
So the $1 million question will be, you guys already know this, and this is kind of why I want to do this. Are we benching Rashford? Rashford has had at least one GA in every single Barca game this season. He has had an incredible time subbing for Rafinha, to say the least. What the hell
Yeah.
are we doing? What the hell are we
Big up,
doing there?
big up to Rashford, man. Big respect, but yeah, get out of here, man. Rafinha, Rafinha is back, man. He
Yeah.
brings us way more. He's leader on that pitch. We need him. We need his qualities, man. I love Rashford. He's been good, GAs and everything. He's been very effective, but Rafinha, man, he's just Rafinha.
But the one thing,
So, I mean,
the one thing I will say, it's a long season, and it's a lot of games, a lot of Copa del Rey games, Super Cup, La Liga games, Champions League. The fact that we're gonna bench Rashford, it's not the end of the world, because
I don't
like
think he's. I honestly don't think he. I don't even think he's gonna be mad because look at the amount of games he started. Like he started a lot of games in a row, man. So I don't think one okay. Like I hate to say it, but like probably in like the next 6 weeks, one of the attackers probably goes down for 2 weeks. Then you're back in. Like you're the first guy off the bench. Like, I don't think he's gonna be mad, bro. He started a lot of games in a row. So
yeah,
yeah,
and like I said, it's a long season, so he's still gonna get starts. Like it's not that we're disrespecting him. It's just that this team, what we did last season with the pressing, with the style of offense that we wanted to play, it just fitting for Rafinha, and we known how much we've missed him. Like even getting all that production offensively, with the lights of Rashford, right? He's still a great player coming off the bench. Like if the game is tied, if the game is difficult, we can definitely just bring him on in the second half. Maybe move Rafinha to the cam if Fermin Lopez is not having his way or not he's having his best day. We can put him in there. We can put him at the 10 and maybe bring in Rashford, and now we can have a different attack. Or maybe move Rafinha as a striker if Lewandowski's not having a good game, because Lewandowski's his last legs as well. So there's a lot of moving parts that we can bring in Rashford, or somebody saying Rashford as a striker as well.
let
So
me say two things real quick, right? I think Rashford. I want to give him some credit. At the end of the day, I didn't have high expectation for him. He's doing better than what I thought. I set the bar pretty low for him.
He's over delivered.
Listen, even though the performance is up and down, legit. Some days it's good, some days it's horrible. But he's getting GA, and that's what's impact. And as a bench player, honestly, those guys are beautiful for the bench, where they're just getting GA for no reason, and you don't really care about the performance because they're playing 20 minutes.
exactly.
But I will say this, right? For me, I think Lewandowski is just about starting. I don't think Lewandowski can go though every single game starting. But my question to you guys: Can Danny Olmo get back in this team, or is it over?
It's over for me. I've seen enough. I've seen what his level is, and to me, I'm done experimenting. And for me, it's about just is give more cohesion to the team, and just give more consistency to a starting 11. And to me, I'm not going back. I'm just giving full trust to Fermin Lopez that he will deliver. He's a baller. He runs this pitch, man. He plays defense. He plays offense. He does everything.
Yeah,
And at this point, something crazy has to happen. Like if Fermin goes down with an injury, if Fermin goes out, like if Olmo starts to come in like 15-20 minutes of every game, and he starts to ball out with some assists, with some goals, if he starts banging goals, then we need to revise this. But until I'm shown otherwise, I'm sticking with Fermin Lopez for my most important games and for every game until I'm shown otherwise.
It's like the Kunde and Eric Garcia for me as well. Eric Garcia will be the start for me ahead of Kunde as of right now. So unless Daniel almost shows me that he's hunger, because one thing
Exactly.
that Fermin Lopez has is hunger. Even though he's not performing, he will give you, like, he will run that 90 minutes. So that's something that Daniel Olmo doesn't have. Daniel Olmo is a guy that thrives of having the ball at his feet, and every game we cannot have that. So that's why I really like the Fermin Lopez's profile way more than Daniel Olmo, man. So, like Volume said, as of right now, Fermin Lopez.
No, right now it's not a debate. It's definitely Fermin. I'm just saying, like, later down the line. So you guys, I'm gonna say this right now, real quick, because I know we're gonna wrap up. But if
Yeah.
Daniel Olmo can't get into the team and he's just the impact sub, then listen. And I like Olmo. I would sell him because that's not what we bought you for. Real talk. Like, we bought you to start, and if you're getting outperformed and it's not close, it's like day and night, then you would have to consider selling him in the summer. Because and I do think he still has value as bad as he's playing. I still think he's a really good player. And I do think he's going to turn it around. But if we don't see him come back in this team and it's Fermin all day, then that's not a good convo for him. But also, my thing is real quick. I know I keep talking, but it's
All good.
at least Fermin, right? The Fermin thing. Okay, Fermin's playing better than Olmo. Fermin's starting. It makes sense, right? Eric is playing better than Koundé, and Koundé's starting a lot of games. Eric's playing better, and Koundé keeps starting. That's one thing that kind of bugs me, man. At least Olmo holds bench. Koundé's still starting on the pitch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true.
All
Man.
right, guys. So, would you guys have any last words? What do you guys have coming up on your channels? And just take it away, guys. Before we wrap up, I'm gonna redirect everyone. So don't go anywhere yet. I'm gonna redirect to Football Corner Show. The Chaos. We're all gonna be there. And but yeah, guys, what do you have going on?
I mean, I just dropped a reaction to the Barcelona going back to the Camp Nou. So everyone in the chat, let me know how you feel about Barcelona, or what you say, the best stadium of all time, coming back.
Let me see
this Saturday.
Yeah, guys, listen. Me and Volume on my channel. It's gonna be a video coming out tomorrow. It's a banger. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be like the first goal we score in the Camp Nou. So tomorrow on my channel, earlier than this time, right? Me and Volume, that video will be coming out. But guys, just hopefully we win on Sunday or Saturday, whenever the game is. Smash the likes for Volume, right? And Volume, what are you gonna tell the people to say? What, Volume raid? Like, what are we saying?
Yeah, guys, just go to the Corner Show and say Volume Raid. I'm gonna raid everyone right now, so to really redirect everyone to them and just say Volume Raid, man. And this is how we're gonna take it away.
Barça as well.
This is how we're gonna take it away. That's how we take it away. I don't care if it gets demonetized, bro. I don't care. This song.
Hey, guys, spam Visca Barça as well. Volume Raid Visca Barça.
Yeah, yes. Invade the Bernabeu or whatever, a Madrid fans channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end the stream.